Howdy mates, good late morning. Here's my second video I wanted to make. So we're still at the Stillwater Prairie Reserve along the rangeline access, but where we are in particular, I like to call this the Valley of the Black Locusts because, well, it's in the name. We are surrounded by black locusts. They're a fascinating tree. So one thing to start with is, okay, what is one of the most important nutrients that can be in our soil? And my hint is it starts with an N. If you thought of nitrogen, you would be correct. So, black locusts play a high role in something called nitrogen fixation, which is essentially a process of where the tree itself, in terms of its roots, they'll try to capture any nitrogen gas that's in the atmosphere as much as they can. And with that being said, the nitrogen really provides an excellent foundation for food production, or even, as we per se, plant growth too. So without having enough nitrogen in our soil, most of these trees that are within a given area in general, not just black locusts, they wouldn't be able to produce enough chlorophyll that allows for photosynthesis to happen, or in other words, food production. And not only that, but nitrogen is also essential for allowing, as I mentioned earlier, plant growth too. So, in a way, black locusts are really important trees because they love to have their nitrogen. And you may be thinking, how do you distinguish? Well, if you look at the bark really closely, it kind of has like a rope. Like you would think it resembles something like rope, where it has its threads going on. That's a comparison I like to use in terms of the bark. And another fascinating thing about black locusts too is, since they grow quite rapidly, they oftentimes are resistant to facing decay, unless if it does face a locust borer, which there is such a thing. It's kind of like the equivalent of the emerald ash borer with ash trees, but it's not as prevalent. So in a way, black locusts, as a matter of fact, they can serve as excellent fence posts if you ever want to make a fence out of wood as opposed to aluminum. And I'm trying to see, and they're also a great indicator of acidic soil too. That's the type of soil they want. And they're a very versatile tree, just because they can practically grow in any type of soil, just as long as it's not too wet. Here we are. You see that right up there? Kind of looks like a mushroom. Well, I assure you, it's not a mushroom, but yet it is a type of fungus. It's actually called a cracked cap polypore. That's the official name. And what's fascinating about them is, okay, I'm just going to watch my step, try to not step on any of these wildflowers. The cracked cap polypore is literally built into the tree. So if I knock on it with my walking stick, whoops, well, I broke a little piece, but as you can see, it has a very woody texture on it. And that's another excellent way to identify if you are trying to see whether or not it's a black locust. And actually, here I'm just pointing it out. I'm not specifically focusing on it, but that is a common hackberry, and they're noticed by having their sinuous ridges on them. Whoops. Wow, I nearly slipped. Yeah, so these, as a matter of fact, are daffodils right here. I'm pretty sure. The thing is with daffodils, they're actually not native, but yet they're not considered invasive either. So at one point, these probably had to be planted here by means of a bulb. That's how daffodils grow. But that's the thing. If you ever want to consider growing black locusts, just be careful, because they can disperse their seeds. That's what they produce. They produce these seed pods, and they can disperse rather quickly. So that's why where we are, that's why we're like practically surrounded by them. So just keep that in mind. They're an excellent tree, but just make sure it's at an area where it's not really facing other native trees. Because in a way, they can act invasive, even though they are a native tree to Ohio. Kind of ironic, as a matter of fact. But yeah, just keep that in mind. You know, if any of you ever want to grow them, and you can simply grow them just based off of seed, as a matter of fact, from those seed pods. That's how you can propagate. And you can also, as a matter of fact, I believe you can cut like a branch off too. And that could also allow propagation as well. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. Wow. I'm just glad spring is finally here. It's about time. And actually not too far from there is the Stillwater River. It's close by. So alrighty. Thought I would share that with you guys. Hope you learned something about the black locust. I'll provide a couple of articles so you guys can read up on them a bit further. I just look forward to it. Seeing all these trees get to bloom within a matter of a couple of weeks. It's going to be great. But then at the same time, it's not going to be fun breathing in all that plant sperm, aka pollen. No way to sugarcoat that one, because it's true. So, okay. Hope all of you enjoy your Good Friday. And once again, Journey on a Journey is outwards. Take care, folks.